The Green Bay Packers surprised their fans and the football world in the second round of the 2025 NFL Draft, selecting NC State offensive lineman Anthony Belton, who was a little bit outside their size thresholds at 336 pounds. However, the RAS, the arm length, and the agility times all met Green Bay's standards. Now, he's got a lot of experience playing left tackle for NC State, right? 3 seasons as a starter, just 8 sacks and 45 pressures allowed. And obviously, according to PFF, has been a better pass blocker than a run blocker. But because of what the comments were after the pick from Goody and company, it sounds like that Anthony Belton might be part of a bit of a philosophical shift along the Packers offensive line. So let's dive into the film room and take a look at Anthony Belton and then talk about where he fits afterwards. All right, guys, here we go. Taking a look at Anthony Belton. Plenty to like. And I think there is plenty to work on for him as he makes his transition to the NFL. We'll start with some good in the run game here, where some really impressive quicks and linear explosiveness on some of these reach blocks where, yeah, he's getting help from his buddy at guard. But, you know, here is just a tremendous block from him. You love to see those quicks and explosiveness, be able to work to cut defenders off from making plays. And even though he doesn't quite get there on that one against North Carolina, he does a nice job sustaining that block. Really good quicks here as well out of his stance to make sure that there's no backside pursuit on this play. And then you see the mean streak come alive, which you'll see plenty of in this video. And again, the quicks, don't love that he's ducking his head at contact, which is something you see a little bit. But again, that power that he can generate from those quicks is really impressive. How about what he does on some of these combos as he's working to the second level here of just displacing the entire defensive line further and further away from the ball as he works to his second level target. Really nice there. Here, again, seal to the inside to spring this outside run and then get to the second level defender as well, who takes a little bit of a flat angle, but we'll take that anytime. Here, an unbalanced line look where you get Belton just straight up got to work to the second level defender, nobody else to worry about, and pretty good sustainment on a block like that down the field. Really impressed there. And then same thing, get to that second level, get to the landmark and take care of the linebacker. And he definitely takes care of it there. Another player ending up on the ground. Here, help on the combo a little bit and then get your eyes to the ancillary pieces in the run fit here. Safety incoming and just drives him completely out of the play to help spring a big run. And another one where it's just, again, on these combos, he is a bulldozer out there. He is a little bit late sometimes getting to that second level because you see more of an initial surge with him than more of a sustained surge to get to the second level, which can kind of complicate things here. Same thing of just destroying the defensive lineman on the combo block, but a little late to that second level target. But the power is so evident. And yeah, hands are a little wide here, but you get good initial positioning, right, to cut that defender off a little bit, and then you have the grip strength to sustain that block. Really nice one here where you kind of unlock the hips a little bit to start driving him further down the field as well. Really like what I see. If guys are going to try to just go around the arc a little bit to win against the run, Belton will take them completely out of the play. And I really like the low to high jolt that he can create on some of these kick out blocks as well, where again, you just see low to high, a little bit off balance here. He's a little over his skis, but he just turns it into a pancake block essentially, and which you do like to see. But again, here, that jolt, that extension, the good hand placement to kick the defender outside, really like to see that from him. And so here, just looking for a second level defender, and I apologize to that second level defender. That guys, that he is just a bulldozer, a destroyer out there at times. And in pass protection, what do we see? I think plenty to like as well. James Pierce here trying to work around the arc, and Belton just takes him on a tour around the arc because he's not going to let him turn the corner and flatten that angle at all. Same thing here where, yeah, we don't want this waist bend as much, where he's lunging a little bit, and you already see him kind of doing so. But if guys are going to just try to win around the arc, he will take them for a ride there. And again, just another guy ending up on the ground when he's one-on-one against Belton. Quick set here. Really good footwork to mirror the defender trying to work back inside. Always take care of the guys inside first, then the outside blitzers. And again, same thing here. Worry about the guy rushing, inside first, but get your eyes to this guy trying to work around the edge and get a strike in there before he can get to the QB. Again, really love the quick sets that he has at times and the ability to, have the grip strength when he lands a good strike to kind of maintain those. Here, not a good strike really, but the footwork keeps him in it. And a little help from his friend, of course. But you see some of this really impressive footwork where he's getting to good landmarks a lot wider than maybe you'd expect him to. Good extension and good strike here. Prevent the spin move. Really good reaction footwork as well to mirror in that scenario. And again, kind of a similar thing here where you lock out initially. We're going to try a counter into the spin move. But again, that initial strike and grip strength really just took a lot of time for that rusher to get off that block and get to a counter, which was really good. And then, good extension here. But again, we're a little bit out front, and we don't want to be. But he does maintain good control when he gets that. Here, again, good extension. Turns vertically when he needs to. Not too early there. And again, just taking advantage of a rusher who's trying to work around that arc. Good strike as well. Good extension. But again, we're a little bit out over the skis. And that's maybe the concern of playing him at tackle a little bit. How about the anchor ability? Really good job sitting down here. This is a position you want to be. This is not a position you want to be as an edge rusher at all. So good positioning when you get to, to that anchor later in the rush. Same thing here. Your low man wins, and you're just going to stop the rush in its tracks. And again, the hands are a little wide there, but he repositions and sits down really nicely there, giving up a little bit of ground on that power rush. And then it's just a really kind of a funny rep, honestly, where defenders consistently trying to chop the outside hand and just really good job maintaining positioning and grip strength with that inside hand, and then fights to reposition as he tries to counter with a spin. A little bit of a bear hug there, which you kind of saw, but again, the mean streak can just take over. And it just pancake block after pancake block here. Really good work on stunts as well. He just kind of tosses guys aside at times, but a good processor, gets eyes where it needs to be, when facing stunts like this. And he also can just toss guys away, right? Where it's just kind of like, this is just a horrible position to be in, even on a stunt trying to rush the QB. So I am really impressed from what I've seen in that department as well. And then when you're looking for work, just a bulldozer out there, just destroying guys. I feel bad for guys who, Belton doesn't have an assignment, so he just takes guys completely out of plays, which is just really impressive. And then here might be the best one of them all, where it's, again, two guys are rushing, boom, two guys on the ground. Just the immense power that Belton packs in there is so good. So what can he work on? Well, we talked a little bit about them in spurts when we were going through the highlights of what makes him an impressive prospect. But here, you don't want to see head dip at contact. That is just not a good position to be in, and it causes whiffs like this. Where again, it is in a tighter spot where he's kind of running into his teammate a little bit, but you cannot dip your head at contact. We can't have that because it leads to just bad losses in the run game. And again, just the hand placement's a little wide. It allows defenders to get that inside position, and then you're kind of, again, when he's out over the skis, this is the kind of positions you end up in. And that's really, I think, one of the bigger concerns. Again, just a bad strike. We're in bear hug mode, and defenders who have good hand positioning and who have the violent hands at the point of attack are going to get you on the ground like that very many times. Same thing here. If you kind of are bear hugging at the second level, you're going to end up on the ground. And if you're a little late to your spot here, like Belton is, and you just not quite enough of the defender there. And again, Belton ends up on the ground quite a bit in the run game, which is just not a thing you really want to see. And then it's the hand placement, right? It's not having good position with the initial strike, and it's susceptible to getting push-pulled like that and getting snatched by defensive players. And again, when you're the second one to strike, look what happens. just never in a good position to control the rep if you don't get that first strike in. And there's 2 reps here against Duke where it straight up bear hugging. It's just the best way to describe it. Like, you can see him wrapping around like that, and just that kind of stuff will not fly. Look at this. Look at the wide hands for the bear hug. We can't have that consistently at the next level. And here again, positioning isn't the best, right? We're a little out over the skis here, and props to him for the grip strength. But when you have outside positioning, when the defender has positioning in your chest under the shoulder pads, they're going to be able to work around you, push, pull, all that stuff. Same thing. And the one thing about this rep where got to be very, very careful is when you get your feet stuck like this, when it's wide positioning with your feet and you have that wide base and your feet get stuck, you don't want to be in a position like this because it's really hard to change direction off of that. And that's how you can lose reps. And same thing here, just not a great position to be in when the contact phase is about to begin. Arms are low in a bear hug position and just not square is just not a good spot. I'm surprised he was able to recover. It's just probably not going to happen at the NFL level, right? And then here, I think, again, when you don't have great positioning, guys are going to be able to work speed to power more and drive you into the quarterback's lap. So that's again, why that initial strike and varying it up and all of that is so paramount to success. And then head dip. We don't want to head dip at contact because you just bad things happen when you get to that point. And then here, again, hands are low and we're late to the strike again, and we kind of drop this post foot, the inside foot. And that allows the defender to get a clean path to the QB. So Anthony Belton has his highs, has his lows. There is quite a bit to work on. But I do think you see a cleaner transition to play guard at the next level. And I think Green Bay is kind of adopting the get bigger on the interior mentality of being able to run more gap stuff, throw in some duo, like all of that, rather than just being a zone team. And I think that can be beneficial, right? When you have the immense power that Belton has, right, and what he's going to offer you in pass protection when you kind of fix the hand positioning and the strikes get a little better. Like, the vision is certainly there with Belton. I just would find a harder time seeing it at tackle. And I know that he has been presented as a guard at the next level, and I think he should be in that competition for right guard right away for the Packers. So hope you guys enjoyed this video on Anthony Belton. If you did, throw a like down there. Subscribe if you're new. Plenty more film room content on the way very, very soon. I will catch you guys in the next video. Farewell.